Good morning, guys. This is Peter with PT Approved. In this video, we're going to discuss, or what I found online is actually just review with you, 7 low back stretches that you can use to possibly reduce your pain and building strength. Again, with any low back pain, you need to get that diagnosed first, and you need to run anything that you learn online with a doctor or a medical professional first. You certainly don't want to just take information and just run with it. You need to make sure that what you're doing with your body is appropriate and that you don't injure yourself. So let's go over these stretches because I found that this specific article over here on healthline.com could be helpful to shed some light on some basic things that you can do, and I'll just share my thoughts with you as a physical therapist on these exercises as well. So the first exercise that you can use, and feel free to go, I'll put a link to this website so that you can review it, would be a child's pose stretch. As you can see in the image here, pretty basic. This is a great way to stretch out your lower back. The only issue that could arise when you try and attempt the stretch is you might have really tight hips. Especially guys would find this difficult. So what you can do is take a couple pillows, put it between the butt area and your calves, or between the thigh and the calves. So when you go from a all four position where you're on your hands and knees and you lower your butt down towards your ankles, it won't be pinching so much in your hips, and you'll feel a gentle stretch in the lower back. Again, this stretch should be very gentle and easy, and it's a great way to reduce muscle tension in the upper and mid back, as well as stretch out some muscle tightness in your lower back. Obviously, if it hurts too much, you want to avoid that. Second one is the knee to chest stretch. You can do a single knee to chest. This is a beginner low back stretch, which is something I'll give to somebody in the clinic where they have severe low back pain and they find it extremely difficult to do any movements. There's not much strain on your lower back, also not on your hips, so it's a very gentle, effective stretch. If you can't get your hands to your knees because you're just physically too tight or you have too much pain in your lower back, an easy way would be just to hook a strap underneath the knees, the knee, and then just grab both ends of the strap like a yoga strap and just gently pull it up to your knee, to your chest. So that's a good beginner one. Piriformis stretch, I would say, is more a moderate level stretch. So if your pain is not that intense and you can get into a position where you cross your one leg over the other. Now, I would not personally do this stretch the way they're demonstrating here. I would find if you're able to get to the floor, that's great, but I would do it right in front of a wall where I could have the bottom leg that's supporting the top leg up against a wall or like a couch or a hard surface where you can rest this bottom leg, and then I would just gently try and bring the upper leg over to the chest area. Now the stretch happens when you bring the bottom leg up towards your chest. So if that's again difficult and you can't reach that far, again just hook a strap underneath the bottom leg and just gently pull it up towards your chest. But a good way to do this would just be to get in the starting position itself, so the bottom leg is resting up on some furniture or a wall, and then just try and bring that leg over and then just hang out in that position for a few minutes. This is a great stretch for sciatica and also will really target stretching out your lower back. So the seated spinal twist, again, I don't like this position too much. Getting down on the floor is many times very painful for somebody. You injure yourself just getting down to the floor. But a seated spinal twist, very gentle, very slow, can be a great stretch for your mid back as well as your lower back. So I would sit in a chair and I would just gently rotate my body over to the one side, hold it for a certain amount of time, and then rotate it to the other side and do it 3 or 5 times each side. Again, the pelvic tilt is a great exercise, a beginner low back exercise. I would do this for somebody that's starting that is a huge amount of pain and they can't do much movement, so this would be a good one to do, preferably on a hard surface. You can do it on a bed, but preferably a hard surface if you can. It's fine to do it in the bed if you can't get to the floor, by the way. So here you're going to just rock your pelvis back and forth. So you're trying to flatten your spine by contracting your abs and pushing pulling your navel, your belly button towards the floor, and just holding that there. I wouldn't do it this fast as depicted in this example, but very simple exercise to do, and that will also start strengthening the lower back stability muscles. The cat-cow stretch is another good one. This is a gentle exercise. You shouldn't be going to extremes, and just get down on your hands and knees. Just gently let your lower back sag right in that position, and then just pull the belly button up towards the ceiling. Feel a good stretch. This is a great mobility as well as a strengthening exercise for your back. So you're working on movement, but you're also strengthening the muscles at the same time. So this is a good one. The last one is more appropriate for people who have really tight hip flexors, tight abdominal muscles, and have some low back disc issues. This is maybe a good one if you sit a lot, or you drive a lot, or you have some herniated disc issues. This should be done only under the instruction of a professional, because you can injure yourself if you don't do this correctly. But bottom line is you'll be laying on your stomach, supported by your elbows, and what you would do is the lower back is totally relaxed, and almost like dominoes, you're bringing one segment, one vertebrae up towards the ceiling by pushing your hands, pushing your upper body away from the floor. You're basically trying to reverse curve your spine. So this gives a positive stretch on the discs in your lower back, and obviously you're stretching out your abdominals and your hip flexor muscles in that position. So that concludes it for this video. Again, if you want to check out this website, they give some good examples, and you can read the instructions at healthline.com. Thank you very much for watching this video, and we'll come out with some more content for you shortly. Take care. Bye-bye.